Hi, I'm Linda Matthews, and in this video I'll be showing you how to create a complete junk journal using my new Junk Journal Kit template bundle. I'll be making printable pages to create a Christmas-themed junk journal using printable papers from the Christmas Story paper bundle. You can find a link to the bundle below this video. The template bundle includes 20 different templates that can be used over and over again with different types of digital papers to create your own unique junk journals in no time at all. Included are 3 different page borders, a line page template overlay for creating lined journal pages, and page binding and hinge template overlays, as well as 14 sets of templates for journal cards, tags, pockets, envelopes, mini folders and folios, ephemera, everything you need to embellish the pages of your junk journals. These templates include both a vintage style border and a lined border for a clean edge finish. The template bundle includes PDF format, PNG format, and also Canva frame templates. The PDF format is easy to print and can be used with your own printable papers or scrapbook papers. Or you can use the PNG format in a photo editing program such as Photoshop, Photoshop Elements, or Photopea, which is a free Photoshop alternative. The Canva frame templates include the Canva frames together with the PNG templates, so you can easily create printables with either vintage borders or plain borders by simply rearranging the layers in the Layers panel. Regardless of which format you use, the templates are really easy to use and are a perfect way to get started making your own unique junk journals in no time at all. To print using the PDF file, open the template file and select the page you want to print. Select File, Print, and in the Print dialog box, make sure the page scaling option is set to none so that the template prints at the correct size. Insert a sheet of paper into your printer and then print the template page. You can easily see the outline on the printed page, so you can cut out the pieces. Although the PDF templates are quick and easy to use, you have more options for creating unique designs when using the PNG format files. To get started designing using the PNG format files, open one of the templates in your photo editing program. I'm using Photoshop Elements, however you could also use Photoshop or Photopea or similar photo editing programs. This is one of the page border templates. Now add 1 or 2 digital papers and move them to a layer underneath the template layer. This is a double-sided template and I'm using papers in vertical format, so I'm going to use 1 page on each side. To add the paper, you can use the menu commands to select, copy and paste, or simply drag the image out of the frame and onto the document. You can resize and move the paper around to fit within the template frame. With this border frame template, you can hide some of the inner border around the edges if you want more of the paper design to be visible. You can do this using a layer mask. To add a layer mask, select the template layer, then click the layer mask icon. Select the brush tool and select a soft round brush and reduce the opacity to around 30%. Select the color black and then carefully brush around the inner edges to hide the border. You may need to go around 2 or 3 times to create a soft feathered edge. You can layer other page templates on top, such as the hinge and binder rings overlays, to make interesting layouts. Make sure the overlay templates are on the top layer. Once you've completed your design, you can save the files in JPEG format for printing at a later time. There are 3 different border templates that you can use to create your pages. They all work in the same way. Simply add 1 or 2 digital papers and move them to a layer underneath the template. When using 2 different papers and they overlap in the middle, you can use a layer mask to hide the unwanted overlap. Select the layer with the overlap and click the layer mask icon. Select the brush tool and select a hard round or square brush. Make sure the opacity is set to 100% and then brush away the overlap areas. Also included in the page templates is a line overlay that you can use to make lined pages for journaling. The lines on the template are black, however you can easily change the colour if you want to. To do this, select the line template layer, then click the Create New Fill or Adjustment Layer icon and select Solid Colour. Click OK to close the dialog box. Right-click on the layer and from the menu select Create Clipping Mask. Then double-click on the adjustment and select the colour for the lines. I'm going to make a junk journal with 3 sets of signatures with 3 double-sided pages per signature, so I need to make 18 different pages. By mixing and matching the different page templates that are included with the set, it's easy to create these pages in no time at all. To design using the templates for the elements and embellishments, first select the template that you want to use. You can use one digital paper to create randomly patterned sections, or you can use several different papers and resize and position them within the individual elements of the template. Make sure that the template is on the top layer. Templates include journal cards and tags, pockets and envelopes, mini folders and folios, and ephemera. More than enough to embellish the pages of your junk journals. If using multiple papers with a template and the images overlap, use a layer mask to hide the unwanted overlap areas. The pocket template can be flipped horizontally to make two sets of pockets with mirrored shapes. As well as designing in programs like Photoshop, you can also design the pages and elements in Canva using the Canva frame templates. To get started, log into your Canva account. Then click the link to the Canva templates. You can find the link in the document that's included with your download. When the browser page opens, click the View Template button. The page templates include a set with 2 Canva frames, one with a left side image and a right side image, as well as 1 frame for 1 image. Also included are the 3 PNG border templates and the 3 PNG template overlays. To upload your background paper files, you can use the Upload Files button and select the files from your desktop, or drag the files out of the folder and drop them onto the Canva editor. To add the files to the double-sided template, drag the thumbnail over the frame until it snaps into place. If you want to reposition the paper, double-click on it and then move it into position. Then click on the editor background when you're finished. To add the PNG borders and overlays, click on the Position button on the top menu and select the Layers panel. The PNG border and overlay templates are located underneath the frames, so simply select the ones that you want to use and move them to the top layer above the frames. The single image template works in the same way as the double image template. To create a new page, click the duplicate page icon, then reposition the border and overlay templates by moving them underneath the frames. Then remove the background paper. Right-click on the paper and from the menu select Detach Image. Delete the old background and then add your new paper. Continue with the duplicating process to create all the new pages that you need. To change the color of the lined overlay template, select the template in the Layers panel and move it to the top layer. Select Edit from the top menu. Select the Duotone tool, then select Custom. Duotone is an effect that applies 2 contrasting colors to an image, one for the highlights and one for the shadows. There are no highlights on this layer, only shadows. So set the shadow color to whatever color you want to apply to the lines. The Elements templates include individual frames for each element, as well as a lined edge overlay and an overlay with a vintage style border. To add a single background paper to an Elements template, click on the thumbnail to add it to the top of the template. Use the Control key or the Command key on your keyboard to prevent the paper from snapping into the frame sections. Then reposition it on the top left corner and stretch it out to fill the page. Click the Position button on the top menu and select the Layers panel. Then move the lined edge template or the vintage style border template to the top layer above the paper layer. To add papers to the individual frames, drag the thumbnail onto the frame until it snaps into place. If you need to reposition the paper, double-click on it and then move it into position. Then click on the editor background when you're finished. When you're finished designing, click the Position button on the top menu and select the Layers panel. Then move the lined edge template or the vintage style border template to the top layer above the paper layer. All the other frame templates work in the same way. Once the pages are complete, download to your desktop. Click the Share button and then Download. Select File Type PDF Print and make sure to check Flatten PDF. Then click the Download button. Once all the designs are completed, print the pages and cut out the pieces. Print the pages double-sided, then fold in half and crease down the middle. I've printed the pages onto lightweight cardstock, about 90-pound weight. I've printed the elements onto heavyweight cardstock, about 110-pound weight. For some of these pages, you may want to print a full page design on the back. I've printed one double page that I'm going to cut and use on the front and back covers of my journal. I'm making a no-sew junk journal, which is really quick and easy to make. You can find a link to the tutorial showing you how to make a cover for a no-sew journal underneath this video. For this journal, I'm using 3 signatures with 3 pages per signature. However, you can make more or less as you prefer. This no-sew journal is easy to assemble. Simply slip the signatures under the ribbon sections and it's done. Once the Elements pages are printed, cut out all the pieces, then crease and fold along the fold lines and tabs. Some of the elements will need to be assembled. To assemble the specimen pocket and cards, first cut out the centre section of the pocket. It's easiest to do this using a craft knife with a sharp blade. The pocket can be made with a top opening or a side opening. For a top opening, cut away the tab at the bottom of the pocket. For a side opening, cut away the tab on the left or the right side of the pocket, depending on which side you want the opening. Then crease and fold the tabs and centerfold on the pocket. Apply double-sided tape or craft glue to the tabs, then fold the tabs over and carefully press the pocket pieces together. Fold the card tabs in half and glue them to the top or the side of the cards. Then insert the cards into the pocket. You can embellish the front of the pocket with the label that's included with the template set. To assemble the slot pocket and cards, first cut the slot sections on the front of the pocket. The easiest way to do this is to use a craft knife with a sharp pointed blade and carefully cut away the sections. To assemble the slot pocket, crease and fold the pocket tabs. Then crease and fold the card tabs and glue them to the top of each of the cards. There's a label included that you can glue to the front of the pocket if you want to use it. Although this slot pocket and card set is designed to be glued directly onto a journal page, you can also easily make a backing for it so that you can use it as a detached embellishment for your junk journals. To make a backing for the pocket, cut a piece of printed cardstock the same size as the pocket, approximately 3 inches wide by 5.5 inches long. Apply some glue or double-sided tape to the tabs on the pocket, then press the tabs on the front of the pocket to the backing. To make the petal fold envelope, fold each of the flaps over in sequence and tuck one side of the last flap under the first flap. To assemble the large envelope, first fold in the side sections. Fold the bottom section up and apply glue or double-sided tape along the edges, then press onto the side sections. Finish by folding the top section over. To assemble the mini folio, fold along the fold lines lengthways and widthways. Fold the bottom pocket sections up toward the inside of the folio. Apply a narrow line of glue or double-sided tape along the side edges of the pockets and press in place. Insert the cards, then fold the sides over. To assemble the mini file folder, fold the side sections toward the center. Apply a narrow line of glue or double-sided tape along the side edges and press in place. To assemble the envelope and postcards, apply glue or double-sided tape along the tabs. Fold and press the tabs toward the inside, then fold up the bottom section and press in place. The individual envelopes are assembled in the same way. To assemble the double pocket and cards, apply a thin line of glue or thin strip of double-sided tape along the bottom and sides of each of the pockets. Press the larger pocket onto the background and then press the small pocket onto the large pocket. Now all the elements are assembled, you can use them to embellish the pages of your junk journal. There's no right or wrong way to use the embellishments, so be creative and have fun.